Food waste happens to be a really big social problem. 35 to 40% of all food produced never actually gets to anyone's plate to eat. It's lost somewhere along the supply chain. But in addition to that, 40% of the inputs to create that food is also lost. So think about water, fertilizer, time, arable land, transportation. It's a big financial issue and it's a big social issue. And it can also be a pretty large environmental issue. If food waste were a country, it would be the third largest greenhouse gas emitter behind China and the US. At our roots, we're a food company, so this is an area where we feel we can make a big difference. We try not to have food waste in the first place. We have great ordering practices and handling practices for food to make sure it stays fresh and good for our customers to buy and take home and enjoy. We've been working on this problem probably going on a decade.
You're always going to have stuff that doesn't sell. We follow the hierarchy of feeding people, feeding animals, or it gets turned into a form of energy.
One in 4 kids are either food insufficient or hungry. Hannaford provides about 60% of the food that we give out. The high quality of food that we get as a result of doing food rescue through Hannaford and their cooperation with us is so important and so critical.
I think that Hannaford has recognized what food insecurity really means for people and has stepped up in their donations on what they have given, not only to this food cupboard, but to the community in general.
So Hannaford has been one of our partners from the beginning. Anytime that we have a need when it comes to food insecurity, they're one of the first ones that we always think about. Our partnership with Hannaford, it allows us to provide 500 plus meals a day to those living with us. And then the food pantry is able to get these food boxes out to 300 families a month.
Hannaford clearly cares. There's such a commitment to community. That's the thing that is always present for me whenever we work with Hannaford. It's not just about providing the fresh rescue or providing groceries, but it's really about how they can affect the community that they live and work.
Right now I have about 30 American guinea hogs. I feed 90% of my pigs from strictly things I get from Hannaford's. That's just a huge benefit to me, plus this is stuff that doesn't show up in the landfill and doesn't turn into greenhouse gases or anything like that. Definitely think Hannaford's is more than just a grocery store. They're a great neighbor. They go out of their way to try to make sure that the food isn't just wasted. They work hand in hand with the food pantries, and if the food pantry doesn't want it, I get it, but they get first choice because that's the way it should be.
AgriCycle is a food waste recycling company that collects food waste from around the Northeast and brings it to farm-based anaerobic digesters where we turn that into renewable energy. Our partnership with Hannaford has allowed us to divert over 100 million pounds over the last 5 years, which is amazing. That fact alone has allowed Hannaford to help power 2,500 homes annually each year. They really saw the vision right out of the gate. We worked hand in hand with them over a number of years at the beginning to really lay the foundation for a program that here today is now operating at 183 locations across the Northeast. We learned very quickly that Hannaford was even a leader at that time in donating food, in helping feed animals, and they were already composting. But they saw an opportunity to partner with a company that had an innovative idea, and that food waste otherwise would have gone to landfill. Hannaford's been a real pioneer in seeing that vision and participating and allowing us to help them achieve zero waste to landfill.
When we talk about zero food waste, it really is a total store effort. Every associate plays a role. Giving back is probably one of the best parts about my job. It's really been fulfilling, and knowing that we are not only helping the environment, but we're also helping our neighbors.